Hello, and welcome to today's Saturday Double Tap. And our first contract today, Bufo Japonicus, set in Hokkaido and supplied to us today by Shako 1610. So with no briefing, we'll move straight on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them along with a free map. And for our first challenge today, we'll be starting in the morgue, where we will also have a remote magnetic gas grenade stored up, and we'll be bringing with us a silenced pistol.
You're the curator's
So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to lie right here until the mortician with the clipboard makes his way around the slab and has his back to us. And at that point we can jump up, pull out our silenced pistol, and we're just going to shoot both of these two very quickly in the head. So down goes one, and can we get a headshot? Yes, we can. So 2 targets down. We're going to hide both of these two in the closet provided. I believe there are 2 closets in this room, but we only require one of them. And once we've got these 2 safely stored away, we can then make our way into the security room, and we're going to render the guard on duty in here unconscious, and we can then take his outfit and, more importantly, deal with the surveillance system. So we're going to render him unconscious, get him into the closet provided, we're going to take his outfit, and then we will deal with the surveillance system. There we go. So from here we're going to make our way to the storage room, and we're going to collect up our gas grenade, and then before we move on to our next target, we are going to retrieve one more item, which is currently located outside the building. So we're going to remove the gas grenade from the briefcase, return it to the briefcase so that it's active, and then we're going to head straight out of the mortuary via the security office side door, and just outside by the large snowmobile we will find a propane cylinder if the technician guy here gets out of our way. What did you call me, mate? Yeah, you know to back down. So once we have the propane cylinder, we're going to make our way back into the building and up to the operating theatre, and here we will encounter 2 of our targets. So we're going to place our propane cylinder on the floor, not too close to the operating theatre doors, as Mr. Sodas is rather fragile and we could eliminate him with the explosion. We're going to make our way out onto the stairwell, line up our shot with the propane cylinder and eliminate our 2 targets there. We're then going to make our way around to the helipad while we wait for all of the panic to calm down and everybody to go back to their usual routines. And once all of that has happened, a few moments later, the chief surgeon will make his way out of the operating theatre control room, and he's heading to meet with the helicopter pilot. We're going to intercept him along the way and trigger our gas grenade. That will make him sick, and he will very hopefully make his way to the nearby bathroom, which is just at the end of the corridor here. I'm going to drop my briefcase, we don't need that anymore, and we're just going to follow the chief surgeon a little way down the corridor. Now the bathroom is frequented by a couple of people, one of which is just leaving and the other is still at the mirrors. So we're just going to follow the chief surgeon into the cubicle and ask him very kindly, is that water rather cold, as we're at the top of a mountain? So it looks like the water's cold enough to kill, and we have finished dealing with our targets, so all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and the nearest available safe exit will be the helicopter exit. And the pilot doesn't look too bothered that we've just stole his helicopter. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of, and we will then get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan, and we gain a silent assassin rating. So next up we will be off to Miami. So as mentioned, we are in Miami for our second contract today. A bullet a day keeps the doctor away 1. And this has been supplied by DG Skybot. So moving on to our briefing. A bullet a day keeps the doctor away 1. And moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, along with a free map. So for our second challenge today, we'll be starting as the food vendor, and we'll be bringing with us a proximity micro taser, a lockpick, and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to finish cleaning the counter here, move off to our left and grab a propane cylinder, and we're then going to make our way along the paddock area, and we are heading for the small medical facility right in the corner, and we're just going to let ourselves into the storage room. We're going to lockpick the other door so that we don't have to worry about that in a moment. We're then going to overflow the sink. There is our target currently attending the medical tent. And once we've overflowed the sink, we're going to drop our proximity taser on the floor and exit the area. And the sink will gain the attention of our first target. And when they come along to investigate, they will step into the now big puddle on the floor and trigger the taser, and they will go down rather ungracefully and rather slowly. So once our first target hits the deck, we're going to make our way back into the room and take their outfit, and we're going to move on to the main medical center where the remainder of our targets are located. So on our way round, we're going to trigger a conversation between these 2 medics here, one of which is one of our targets, and we're going to place our propane cylinder on the floor around about here, sort of halfway between the edge of the bench and our next target, and we'll come back for them shortly. In the meantime, we're going to take out the surveillance camera around the back of the medical facility. Then we're going to turn off the generator and turn it back on, which will attract the attention of the doctor. And we're just going to hide ourselves up around the corner here. And when the doctor comes along to investigate, and he stands still for a moment because we can't hit a moving target, we can drop him with a bullet, and down he goes. So we're going to hide his body in the dumpster provided, as we're not quite done around this area just yet. And our next target is in the reception area of the medical facility. So we're going to grab the baseball from by the dumpster here, make our way into the storage room. We're going to open the door to the reception area and throw the baseball against the wall. That will attract the attention of one of the nurses in attendance, not the one we require. So you are surplus to requirements, my dear. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to go to sleep and spend the rest of your shift in the dumpster. There we go. So now when we repeat the procedure once again, this time round we will snare our target, and when she comes in to investigate, we have a choice of what to do with her. Do we break her neck? Do we shoot her in the head? Do we render her unconscious and deal with her later? And I've opted for the bullet in the head, just as she spots us. There we go. Now we can leave her there, but I don't think I want to, because we are going to cause quite a bit of panic in a few moments, and there's high probability that someone will run through that room. So with 3 of our targets now dealt with, all that's left for us to do is to deal with our final 2, and we're going to get a nice 2-for-1 deal using the propane cylinder we placed earlier on. And the conversation between the 2 medics over yonder has finished, and the second medic will make his way over to the bench, and we can then detonate the propane cylinder, eliminating both of our targets at once. And then all that's left for us to do is to make our way to the ambulance and onto what I believe is the racetrack. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of and another Saturday double tap dealt with. We have confirmation all of our targets were eliminated according to plan, and we gain a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.